Hey everybody, this is Miss Hardcore Mode where nothing's easy. This is another hard rant with you on Dragon Age Veilguard on Games Radar. Another article by them, and we're gonna get a little bit of information touching on the topic of controlling the other characters. And they know that a lot of people are kind of upset about that, and I guess the lead creator wants to add to why they did it and the reason for the change and that sort of thing. We'll check that out. We'll see what they have to say. But on a side note, I have some side music on here. I hope it's okay. Just a little music BGM in the background, because you want to hear me mumbling like this all the whole time? Is that what you want? No. We gotta have some soothing flute music in the background. That's what you're getting. That's what you're getting today. Let's move on. We got something by Games Radar. It's called Dragon Age to the Veilguard. Won't let you control your companions because you can't handle it. Nah, they didn't say that. They didn't say that. They didn't say that. There's no way they said that. Okay, we're gonna continue this. This is a much higher actions per minute game for them, which is weird. For them. We've played multiple games with high action into it, or some of you have not. It is what it is. But saying somebody can't handle it, see, this is going back to the whole difficulty options thing where you can't die and stuff. This is touching that subject. When I keep on hearing things like, oh, we don't want to have any struggle in this game. Oh, well, it's kind of tying into that. But let's continue. It wasn't actually adding to the experience. Let's see who exactly said that. Let's see. The Veilguard won't let players have full control over the companions, but BioWare says that's because there's so much to do that it doesn't want you to be overwhelmed. You remember when I told you about the whole hand-holding thing? Listen. There's some people that will like okay, game, I need you to help me understand. They like that sort of hand-holding, but not too much. Even people that are hard at understanding things, they actually, I firmly believe that every gamer that plays a new game wants to learn how to play the game, but they don't want both of their hands to be held. There's a difference between holding, learning and holding their hands to the proper direction. You see what I'm saying? So we'll touch on this, and we'll touch on what I just said in a minute. Speaking to Edge magazine, game director Corin Bush, it's that one dude, explained why Dragon Age the Veilguard is dropping the party controlling formula of previous games, even as it drops your companion count for 3 to 2. That is true. It's only 2 people behind you. Let's see. On the experimental side, we wanted you to feel like you are Rook. Bush explained. We know we're Rook. We know we're Rook, but let us play. Oh my gosh. When people play video games, they know what their character is. They know what their character is. I see what you're saying, but you're not understanding your audience. It's kind of weird. Let's continue. You're in this world, you're really focused on your actions. We wanted the companions to feel like they are fully realized characters are in control of their own actions. They make their own decisions. See, my body, my choice kind of bullshit. They're trying to give this feeling of oh man, they could do this, they could do that. You're controlling your character, you're doing your own thing. That's cool. Other games have done it. I think Mass Effect, you can't control the other characters, and we've been there. But Dragon Age had a formula that was just fine. The fact that they've changed it makes people look sideways and just, why? Why take more? You know what I mean? It's like this. You want to know the funny thing about this whole thing? Sorry, I need a drink. You want to know the funny thing about this whole thing? is that the person you are, the character you play in the game, you have a choice. You want to control just your character, you can. You want to control your ranged characters or your mages or other people like that, you can. It's up to you. You want to play the game to where, like, I'm just going to play my rook and see how the game flows? That's up to you. But you give the players the option. You don't take away the option. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to do this whole artsy-fartsy shit where you're just like, you ever see like modern art and people like, oh yeah, he just bashed his head on that blank canvas. That's a sign of a struggle with the second class. Shut the fuck up! He just bashed his head on the wall. You see what I'm saying? It gives people the choice to do what they want on the game. They want to control just their character, they can't. They want to control the other characters just like the previous games, let them do it. They can. Mass Effect, obviously you just took control of your character. You want to know the funny thing is? I don't think you'll be able to control exactly where your characters move either. Like, no. I mean, you can't guide your characters. Much like when you're in war or you're in battle, positioning is like a big thing. When you're fighting, positioning, territory, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Trenches, when it comes to cover fire. Being guided as a team is very important. So when you do this, do whatever the fuck you want, Harding. Do whatever the fuck you want, Neve. I get you want to do this whole thing where they could just, you know, they can do whatever the hell they want, but you have to at least let people point and say, okay, I'm gonna put a target thing right here, and this mage is gonna stay right here and be safe right behind this tree and not get hit by any projectiles. You know, point them to where they need to go and where they need to be. I have not seen that action in this game. I don't think it's gonna be in the game. You did it in Mass Effect where you can point Garrus at a location and put him behind like a place where he can dodge, you know, hide from, you know, take cover. And of course there's no cover in Dragon Age, but positioning is still very important. So pointing at Harding to get on top of that platform and start shooting, do they have that? We don't know. There's too many we don't know in this game. They gave us a gameplay preview, and it's not like we're asking for much. We're trying to fucking understand what the game is. A lot of people are looking at this game, and I don't want to say shilling, even though it is. I would like them to see a good portion of a trailer of this game to realize what exactly they're getting into. That way, they know for a fact what they're getting and what they're purchasing. There's a lot of people out there that they don't care if they're broke, they don't care if they got a lot of money, they don't care if maybe they do care. They will throw their money straight at a developer that they like, or straight at fantasy RPGs and that stuff, if there's like, you know, any sort of game. I've done it. I've thrown my money at a game that I only played like 5 minutes of or 10 minutes of. I get it. I've been there. But we have to come to a realization when it comes to video games to see the game before we play it. Because our money, once our money is gone, we are just like, what's the proper like adult term for a one night stand? You already paid for the game? Okay, all right. Get the fuck out. I mean, go play the game. What are you doing here? You already paid for the game. I don't care how long you play for the game. You've already paid for it. Go on, scoot. Leave. Oh, you want to draw cool pictures of characters? Fine. I mean, some of us care, but you're just another one in their list of pre-orders, or their list of like, oh look, number go up, that sort of thing. Hot tools spit on. Anyway, let me focus. There's so many in chat. But let's continue this thing. I'm ranting a little too much, but it's a hard rant, so it makes sense. That's a major deviation from the rest of the series, but Bush says there's a simple reason for that. Dragon Age the Veilguard is much higher action per minute game. It is more technically demanding on the players, so when you are tried allowing you full control of your companions as well, what we found is it wasn't actually adding to the experience. In fact, in some ways it was detrimental given the demanding nature of just controlling your own character. What? Huh. Let me read it again. Maybe I didn't understand. Okay, let me read it again. It is a much higher action per minute game than the rest of them. Yeah, I mean, we've all played Devil May Cry. We've played Metal Gear Rising. We've played a whole bunch of... We've played gacha games with, you know, we've played others, you know, games that are hack and slash. And we know what fast-paced gaming is. Listen, this game is not... It's not like crazy Fortnite, Apex Legends, crazy, like, spin around 360 no-scoping. It's not like that. A lot may be going on the screen, but I think you should give your players or your gamers a little bit more agency to what they would like to decide for themselves. If they want to just control Rook, they can. If they want to control other characters to get more tactical with things, they can. Being tactical when it comes to battle is really important. This is not... Even though it's a hack and slash, it's not that big of a hack and slash. This game is like hack and slash light, okay? I've seen way bigger hack and slash. I mean, I've seen some crazy cool hack and slash. I think I played Soul Eater. I've played Devil May Cry, all these other games. This isn't the biggest hack and slash game out there. For them, it is, according to their list of games that they've already played. So when they're saying that, it makes it sound like they're just saying this might be too much for you. That's what it's saying. You know how annoying that is when a developer just says, "Hey, we didn't put it into the game because this might be too much for you." What are we doing here? What are we doing here? If they said something like, "Oh man, we can't let you control other people in this hack and slash game because, well, Frostbite engine can't take that kind of stress." At least I'll be like, oh, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, throw that Frostbite engine in the garbage and get Unreal. You know, so I don't know. I think Frostbite can handle it, by the way. I think this is completely on them, and this is their decision, and they're making stuff up in their mind like, oh, well, people will say or do such and such. When in reality, honestly, they only know so much about their fans and any casual players that might play their game. You see what I'm saying? Where it's just like, okay, well, we understand our fans because they know the lore, they enjoy Origins, they enjoy Inquisition, they want to make sure that the game is dealt in a correct manner to fit with the lore, and there's romances and that sort of thing. But, you know, and also when it comes to combat, it has to be very familiar. But when it comes to like gameplay mechanics that could be easily accessible for both people, whether or not you want to be just hack and slash or tactical, you should give people the option instead of saying, no, you can't control that character because, what did they say? All the characters have their own decisions. Like that's... This whole game is just ones and zeros, okay? I don't know what you're doing here. We gotta recognize that the game is a video game, okay? Veilguard is not gonna, you know, I don't know about change your life. Maybe it will for somebody. But Veilguard is just a video game like any other video game. Cyberpunk, a video game like any other video game. Like, here's a good example. You know how when a character dies in an MMO, and he's just like, oh, I'm about to die. I know. Take care of my family. And you're standing there holding this guy that you enjoy, and you know you have the ability. You're like a white mage or something, or like a healer, and you're like, yo, I can heal you. Why am I in this cutscene? I can heal him. Well, what's going on right now? So that's basically what this is, but I'm just putting a funny perspective on it. Just let people play the game and choose for themselves. If they just want to control Rook, they can control Rook. If they want to control everybody, they can. And still feel immersed in your game. Your job is for the game to feel immersive. You taking things away from people doesn't do that. It does not do that. It just doesn't. Let's continue. Where did we leave off? Bush admits that the substantial nature of this change might seem jarring, but it's backed up by BioWare's playtesting. What? I will admit that on paper, if you just read that you have no ability to control your companions, that might feel like something was taken away. Yes, because it was. But in our testing and validating with players, what we find is they're more engaged than ever. More engaged than ever? What does that even mean? Wait. So you got some playtesters out there, some people that will... okay, backed up by BioWare's playtesting. So they're under... okay. Alright, so I take it the playtesters are just people making sure that the game is fixed or something. They're not only just fixed, but also make sure that it's actually fun. So who else did they say? They might feel like something was taken away. But in our testing and validating with players, what we find is they're more engaged than ever. What? Who are these testers? You mean to tell me you made like, what, 30, maybe 100 people play this game, and all 100 of them said, yeah, I would rather play Rook than ever touch the other character? That something don't sound right. You mean you either pay these motherfuckers to say that, or you're straight up lying to me? That doesn't make any damn sense. He's like, oh man, yeah. He's like, I'm doubting that. I'm doubting that. While you won't have full control of your characters, you will still be able to shape some other movements in combats. Bush references returning rogue Lace Harding, saying that she is her own realized individual. Oh my god, man. She is her own realized individual. This is some fucking... Bro, this dude thinks that these characters are real, okay? Bro, we are playing a video game. Stop trying to do modern art on your video game and let people play the video game. What is going on right now? What is happening? It's like, let me finish. She is her own realized individual. She's got her own behaviors, her own priorities, targets, whether she gets up close and draws aggro or stays further back at range. Why is this rogue bitch gathering aggro? That's the tank job. Why is she gathering aggro? She should be doing CC or shooting from afar. She should be doing backstabs. What is she doing gathering aggro? Huh? You wanna know the funny thing is? Because she just brought it up, Harding is not gonna have the most HP. As a dwarf rogue, she is not gonna have the most HP. Her gathering aggro, she is done in like 4 seconds. She needs to be ignored in order for her to be utilized correctly. See, I'm bringing up tactics right out of my brain. Just out of nowhere, you know what I mean? You know who needs to draw aggro? fucking tanks, okay? Fucking tanks. Mages will gather aggro on accident. Rogues will gather aggro by accident. It happens. They have good damage. Tanks have a pretty good damage as well. Sword and shields. The big two-handed sword dudes. But they want to be drawn aggro. So if you tell me that I cannot control Harding, and she could just... So I can't control Harding, and she draws aggro, and she gets smothered by 5 fucking whatever demons or blood mages, and she gets one shot by 5 dudes. It's not my fault. It's her fucking fault. It's your guys' fault because you set it up this way. Why would I make Harding gather up that much fucking aggro? Well, knowing very well her class should be like, you know, sort of like, okay, we need to make sure that we mitigate damage. We need to make sure that when it comes to aggro, you know, or when it comes to positioning, somebody's not getting smothered and snuffed out. These are tactics we're talking about here, man. And it doesn't matter whether or not this is Veilguard or Inquisition, Dragon Age 2, and we're definitely Dragon Age Origins. You gotta prioritize like positioning, aggro, buffs, debuffs. It's very, very important, because if you don't, one person will die, the second person will die, you will die. Okay, let me finish it up. She's got her own behaviors, how she prioritizes targets, whether she gets up close and draws aggro, stays further back at range, but you'll be able to direct her in combat by activating her abilities from the wheel. You're not really directing her in any sort of way. So she'll be fighting some random bitch to the side, and then you'll use her for 2 seconds to shoot or do something crazy, and then she'll go back and do something fucking else. And you're just like, where's the damage going? See, you need to... It's like they never played an MMO before. You need to realize people keep an eye on HP so fucking much. And if that HP for the enemy is not going down properly, as a gamer, we are gonna look around and be like, why aren't we doing any damage? And then you're gonna realize that Neve is over there healing, probably getting hit by 3 other enemies. Harding is probably getting choked out. She probably died. Couldn't control where those characters are going. Couldn't position her in a safe way. Because it sounds to me like each and every one of your companions don't really stand still for anything. They just walk wherever the hell they want. They can do whatever the hell they want. I've seen the trailer again, okay? They're just walking wherever the hell they want. So that's sort of, I take pride in controlling the fight in tactic games, man. I take pride in that, because I will see like certain moments in like Dragon Age Origins where I'm just like, okay, if Liliana, who's shooting arrows, and Wynn are in the back, and me and Alistair are controlling the barrier of entry, we can take care of them. Okay, these monsters are going through us, so what we need to do so they don't reach any of like Wynn or Liliana on the other side, who are doing crazy damage from a distance, we need to have a proper CC. Okay, drop down this CC, they'll get stunned, they won't harm any other individuals. We got this, we're good. This just sounds like an arena fighter. That's what this is. This just sounds like a fucking arena fighter. There's no tactics to this. The tactics part of Dragon Age is out the fucking window. It was in Inquisition and Dragon Age 2. It was in Origins. I'm sensing Veilguard ain't got that shit at all. Okay, you just go around and do stuff, and that's it. Okay, if there's one enemy in Veilguard things will start to make sense. You could probably work with that. But I'm looking at this game and I'm pretty sure there's going to be waves of enemies. Fighting one enemy is going to be easy because that's all your companions are going to concentrate on, is that one dude. That one dude. But when 8 motherfuckers come in, I need to make sure that they're on task. Fuck is going on with these fucking developers talking? I'm still stuck on the part she's got her own behaviors, she is her own realized individual. What the fuck is wrong with you, Bush? What the hell is wrong with you? This is a video game. Let's be tactical like we used to be in previous Dragon Age. What do you over here like fucking like this isn't some AI chatbot and you're trying to woo your way into them. We're fighting in a video game. It's like, oh man, what's her personality? What's her behavior? What kind of hair color does she have? Oh my god. It's like what kind of rocks does she have? Oh my gosh. I see that she has red rocks. That means she's got fire in her. Get the fuck out of here. Those abilities are part of the BioWare's big push towards combo-based combat. You've already had combo-based combat. Also, by the way, you didn't show any combo-based combat during the gameplay trailer. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. The developer offers an example. One companion uses a gravity... I'm done. I'm so done. I'm sick and tired of this, man. Every time when I want to understand, and everybody who is curious about Dragon Age the Veilguard needs to see what you can do in this game. They need to see it. You showed a gameplay trailer with 60% of talking and 40% of fighting with one ability. I didn't even see Varric shooting any arrows. Because you're concentrated on Rook. I didn't see, I think I saw Neve shoot some ice things. I think I did. I think I saw Harding shooting things. I think. There's too many things where I'm just like, I think I saw. That's the thing with Dragon Age Veilguard. I think I just saw her do something. I think I just saw her do something. I don't know what my companions are doing because you got me controlling only Rook. Thank you. But you do this whole thing where you should be showing it in a trailer where all you guys just do is just circle jerk each other in BioWare, and you're just like, oh man, later on in Dragon Age Veilguard, you can do this, this, and this. You talking to me about it doesn't do shit for me. I'm not getting hard. I'm not getting hard. Not happening. You need to show me. You need to show me. See, I can make up shit too. In Dragon Age Veilguard, you can whip out your big dick and then you can just swing at 3 enemies and then just do crazy stun damage with your big dick, and then Harding will just gobble that shit up and then gain a buff. You see how ridiculous this all sounds? Ain't nobody... Now people are like, that sounds disgusting, but I need to see it first. I need to see it first in the game. I'm just saying, just stop talking about the game. You're doing too much talking in the game. Let me tell you about casual gamers. They appreciate developers to an extent, just as game developers appreciate gamers to an extent. You guys talking about the game is great. I think that's cool. But we need to see the game. Listen. Kojima, here's an example. We all know Kojima, Death Stranding. What does he do with all his trailers? He'll show something cryptic as a teaser for 50 seconds, and we're all like, oh man, what the hell is gonna happen, bro? Oh man, that's crazy. Oh man, I wonder what happens. And then after that, a couple of months later, he shows a big ass, 15-minute little trailer of a mix of cutscenes that don't make sense and gameplay. Of pure gameplay of what you can do in the game. He doesn't even explain what you can do in the game. He shows it. And then when the game comes out, boom, we play the game. We don't want a 25-minute trailer of people talking and then one ability. That you got to do a montage. Yeah, do a montage for Dragon Age Veilguard of all these different abilities and a little bit of cuts here and there, like an anime where you see the combat and you hear some vocals, and it's just like, you know, your character's doing some crazy moves in the trailer, and then all you hear is vocals saying like, "We here stand for the this and that." He's like, "You will betray us," and you hear all these different dialogues and these different like quotes as you're looking at the gameplay, and you're over there looking around like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but I want to play this game. It's simple as that. 25-minute trailers of nothing. I think I'm done, guys. I think I'm done. Let me look at chat real quick. Love the game. Can't wait to come out. I hope it's good. Stop being mean to the game. It's not out yet. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Fuck you. Anyway, but I want to make sure that this game is good for people who are playing this game. I have my own opinions and you have yours. Telling me to stop makes you look like a bitch, and who are you to tell me what I can and can't do? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it on here. Thank you so much for coming by, and let's play video games. Let's play some Dragon Age Origins. I'll see you soon.